What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the WWE Basics Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens Battlepack. It's an ULTRAZILLA Toys main event, the first of its kind. Yes, we're going with the old Saturday night's main event. 11:30 p.m. Saturday night time slot, guys. Tune in every Saturday night at this time, EST, by the way, for a wrestling figure review. Why not? I say why not because, Saturday nights, it's an interesting thing to do. Why not? All right, here we go. We got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens here to kick things off. Part of my Black Friday ringside collectibles haul. These guys were super cheap, under $10 for the two of them in this handy dandy battle pack. And I'm starting off with these guys because they've been part of SmackDown programming now for a bit and in the spotlight, as well as behind the scenes in some hot water. So that's why I'm doing them first. I really love Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Their Fight Forever series has been great, and they'll be fighting again, even though they're teaming now, which is a reason why this set made so much sense to buy. It's very, very cool, and yes, I am in my kitchen setting. But this is cool to get. Now, that said, starting off with a Sami Zayn figure, this head sculpt is kind of meh. Like, the eyes in particular are what kill this. He's a little cross-eyed, as you can see. But, yeah. I mean, it's Sami, for sure, but it's off. And the hair feels a little off somehow. I don't know. Like, I feel like this guy, like, his head should have came down a little more. I don't know. There's something weird about the shape of his head. But yeah, it's really the eyes that throw it off completely. That's a shame because the body looks good. The rest of the body looks good. It's a decent Sami Zayn shaped body. And his pants look good. His tights. As always, Mattel does a really great job with tampo printing. That's something I always say that I think they do really, really well. And, here you got, like, the checkerboard, ska-like shorts, which is cool. I'm not sure what the symbol is on the back. Maybe you guys can let me know. The SZ on the sides look good. The writing on the front looks good and printed well. And the boots are nicely done as well, so that's not bad. A little bit of paint, chipping, it looks like, more than anything, because every stitch is sculpted, so that's really cool. So it's kind of hard to get all that paint in there properly, so I don't blame it that much. So that's pretty good. The head sculpt again is the problem part of this. The beard looks alright. I've gone on record and saying I a lot of times I like the basics better as far as head sculpts go than the regular figures. This set I can't say is it doesn't really it doesn't really help my cause there. But yeah. So let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. Head's on a very, very tight joint. He can swivel, and that's about it. There's nothing in his chest. It is a WWE Basics figure. Swivel at his waist. Hinge swivel at the shoulder. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. And hinge at the wrist with a swivel. At the legs, there's a... it's just a swivel at the thigh. And a single jointed knee. A boot cut, and an ankle rocker. Well, an ankle hinge, actually. It's not a rocker. So, this is a thing I've said again also, but, for basic figures, I think these guys have more articulation than a standard basic figure, which makes them well worth the price they are. Like, a normal basic figure is about $10. That you could get quite an awesome collection of WWE figures for that. I think. I mean, for $10, that's a decent amount of articulation. Is it the best? No, but it's a decent amount for sure. And again, I think for the most part, a lot of these head sculpts aren't bad. And there's something to be said about not breaking up a sculpt with articulation. That's something I think we will look at a little further down the line here on Saturday, ULTRAZILLA Toys main event. Let's look at Kevin Owens, who did turn out a lot better. These are not like digitally printed heads or anything, so for them to get them as good as they are, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. And I think this Kevin Owens head sculpt is decent. It's rather decent for what it is, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like a matter of like, if you didn't mess up Sami's eyes a little bit, I think Sami would have turned out better. But Kevin is pretty good. So I like the head sculpt. The paint is fine on the beard, and it is a little bit of like gradients, which is good. That's pretty cool. Again, beard painted good, eyes painted good, everything's painted fine there. Tampo print and Fight Owens fight on his shirt looks fantastic. His own Brahma Bull there looks good. That there looks really good. I like how the his gloves. I did like how his gloves look until I looked at that, but that's a pretty big mess up. Oh, actually, it's not. I see what it is. It's just taped around, so not so bad. You got fight there. It looks very good. The rest is all black, so not much paint going on there. But it looks good. I mean, it's a really good sculpt. That is Kevin Owens for sure. Like, maybe a little more built and slim Kevin Owens, but I've seen him like this before. He looks good. I don't know. I like this sculpt. Articulation's a little better on his head. I can move it a little further back than Sami's, so that's very good. It goes side to side really nicely. Again, you got the waist swivel. It's all the same here. Hinge swivel, swivel at the bicep, single joint and elbow, hinge, swivel at the wrist, swivel at the thigh. You got the rotation instead of the boot cut. Oh, you got the boot. You got two rotations. So you have rotation up in here. That's really good. And boot rotation. So yeah, and the hinge. So wow, you actually have more articulation on Kevin than you do on Sami. And ankle rockers. So not bad, guys. Not bad at all. So I'm very curious to know what is going on with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as the storyline is progressing on SmackDown. And that's another thing about these ULTRAZILLA Toys main events. I want to foster a little conversation about actual wrestling as well, because I'm a huge fan. So I figured this is a good way to do a review and talk some wrestling with you. If any of you guys are wrestling fans out there, I'll give my opinion on certain things, like their current storyline. I think something's going to happen with Daniel Bryan down the line, leading to his return to the ring. If you guys watched SmackDown this week, and the opening segment, you could tell Daniel Bryan was very, very, very much into whatever was going on. And sometimes you could see he's not, but right now, I don't know, guys. I think we're getting back to that. As far as these guys, I hope all the best for them. I hope something really good happens with them. I want to see them win the tag team titles, first and foremost. So we'll see how it goes. All right, back to the actual figures. I want to do some size comparisons. I'm going to bring in another basic figure I have here. I have Sting, and then a more elite one. Although this is like the whatever the sideline from the elites are called, the Finding Moments Sting. So a couple Sting figures there. These guys are big, and that's another thing that makes it awesome. For as far as $10 figures go. Here is a Takara Tomy Cup, who I had brought up here for possible review this weekend, just didn't get to it. We have a Revoltech Gamera that my son wanted to bring up. And the just opened Duke Thomas. So here you have a good scale, like not a good scale, but like a good view of a regular 6-inch figure compared to some of the WWE figures, and see the height difference. So you're getting a good amount of figure here for the price. Again, on Black Friday, I was able to pay less than $10 for the two of them together, which is a battle pack, which are nice. I like those. That's a good deal. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you on this opening Ultrazilla Toys main event. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts on these figures. Other the line in general, if you want. This idea of doing something like this. If you're wrestling fans, let's talk. I'm not forcing anybody to talk about wrestling. No problem if you don't want to talk about it. But I want to open up a little forum here on Saturday nights to do so if you want. You talk anything you want about Sami and Kevin Owens here, what you want to see with them. Let me know what figures of theirs you think are really awesome. And do you want to see these guys as far as like even better figures? You want to see SH Figure Arts cover something like this? So these guys. So we'll see. All right, guys. So that's all I have. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, peace out, peeps.